Hello everybody. If I seem surprised or if I totally mix up what's happening in a play, it's because it'll be the first time I've seen these plays. Okay, Damion Lee inbounding. I think his wife, Steph Curry's sister, is going to give birth any minute now. If I were him, I'd be pretty distracted. Good basic inbounds play. So the inbounds from over here. Bjelica sets a down screen. Otto Porter Jr. comes up, gets the inbound. Damion Lee comes over, sets a screen for Steph. He's going to fake going around the screen and try to get his defender flying that way. And then Steph cuts back door. Looks good so far. Okay, but Ricky Rubio very sharply diffuses the whole thing. Okoro was going hard to cut off Steph going to the screen, and Steph did completely lose Okoro, but then Rubio very alertly switched over. Good defense from Rubio. D. Lee is going to flow this into a handoff that'll come around, and I see two screens ready for him. Okay, interesting, actually. I don't know if this is a read and react or whether this is planned, but Otto Porter Jr. faked the handoff, but it does not look like he's trying to go for some kind of naked bootleg to the basket. He does seem to, in fact, be watching D. Lee's cut, so Bjelica has a cross screen ready for him, or D. Lee could curl around Otto Porter Jr. and try to run this man into Otto Porter. It looks like he's going to cut down the middle. Otto Porter Jr. looks ready to hit him. Oh, he read that all the way. That was so nice. So we did have this cross screen by Bjelica, and we had D. Lee cutting very closely behind. This defender probably hit the screen and then said, I gotta go through, and tries to meet him on the other side. But somehow OPJ gets this pass through. That is so sweet. Good catch. And D. Lee, this man's rotation is too late. This guy's following Steph, giving him a back massage. Looks like this is an open layup. Very nicely done. The Warriors are dropping into what looks like a 2-3 zone. It's very zone-ish because here's Juan Toscano-Anderson, and he was guarding this man, but this man is going to try to space to the corner, and JTA is just going to hang out here. No thanks. I'm perfectly happy guarding the lane here. Simple pick and roll on the top. Damion Lee is getting hit by this screen, so Bjelica looks like he will have to switch. He is in drop position, I think because this is Ricky Rubio, and you just don't mind if he takes a jumper. Bjelica is containing. D. Lee is recovering to Ricky Rubio. Rubio has done this before. He sees immediately that Kevin Love has set his screen and then popped out to the open space. This looks like an open shot if he wants it. He wants it. The rim wants it even more. Warriors give Steph a high stagger screen here. They're just nailing Rubio with two screens. It's getting a bit crazy. Rubio fought over the top, and two guys stepped up to Steph to try to contain him. Steph still has two guys on him. I don't know about this Steph sandwich strategy. Bold move. We'll see if it works out for them. Steph does a lot of directing traffic. If you just watch his hands, he's pointing over here, so the Warriors obey, and they're going to send the ball over here. He's gently tapping or waving over this man, probably to set some kind of screen on Okoro. Okay, so Steph didn't bother waiting for the screen. He said, I'm just going to go with speed. He just takes Okoro by surprise. I think Okoro is expecting Steph to get a screen to pop out this way or possibly pin down that way. But no, Steph just says, heck with it, I'm going straight for the basket. Apparently this is the goal of the game. Bam, that is a sweet pass from Otto Porter Jr. Two plays, two great passes. Steph's ahead. Okoro probably can't contest this from behind. So Kevin Love has to rotate, which should leave Damion Lee open for three in the corner. So he rotates, and Steph is looking for a wraparound pass. I don't know if he can tell that D. Lee is cutting in. If he doesn't see it fast, he might just throw this pass off of Damion Lee's face. Oh no, it's Steph. Instead, with gentle touch, puts it right on the hands. Can Damion dunk? I guess I won't find out today. That was just smart cut, smart pass. Everything was beautiful. Ricky Rubio's getting guarded by Damion Lee here. Kevin Love's going to set this cross screen, and Rubio's going to hug it tight. Kevin Love create a nice wide moving screen and also stop Damion Lee from following. So Damion Lee smoothly switches on to Kevin Love, and that leaves Bjelica to cover Rubio. The Cavs view this as a mismatch. Love is taller and good in the post. So now it's Damion Lee's job to fight like a madman to keep the ball from getting to Kevin Love. So here's Ricky Rubio. He's picked up his dribble and looks like he just wants to feed the post. But here's D. Lee. He's fronting Kevin Love. He knows if he gets the ball, then that's really bad. So he's just going to do everything he can. So here he is, dynamically ready to just jump and intercept any kind of pass that comes toward Kevin Love. One subtle thing the Warriors have been doing in these kinds of situations is Damion Lee's covered the front door, right? He's ready and covering, but that means that Rubio should be able to throw it over the top and Kevin Love should be able to catch it because he's taller and also closer to the ball. So Steph Curry has rotated way off his man, Okoro, to be the other side of this sandwich mismatch in the post. So that means if Rubio does pass it over, then Steph has a very good chance of disrupting. So it's a bit of a dance because Steph is helping, but that means Okoro is free to do whatever he wants. So it looks like he wants to cut baseline to try to punish this somehow. Rubio's still looking over and he does not seem to like what he sees. Still fronted here. So Wade steps up. This is a give and go or something. They seem to have just lost interest in exploiting this. I guess Rubio feels like, let's just attack the basket and maybe Kevin Love can dominate him on the rebound. Okay, a little give and go. Rubio now attacking. Otto Porter back on his heels, but stays with Rubio, not bad. I think Rubio was hoping maybe he could just beat Otto Porter and that would force Damion Lee to rotate and then he could dish it off to Kevin Love finally and then Kevin Love could score. The spacing is pretty horrible for the Cavs. Every Warrior is right next to the paint. They have no respect for the outside shooting here. Rubio looks like he's going to dish it to Wade. Bjelica has a kind of slow closeout, but it's just enough for this guy to attack. He has a pretty fast first step. Oh, yeah, the shot clock is really low, though, so sheer desperation here. Hits nothing. That's 24-second violation. This is just a beautiful little play. Okoro has been defending Steph with a lot of energy, but Steph has still been just raining buckets on him all quarter. So he's just taken to hugging Steph, and he's going to power hug him so Steph can't easily escape him to come up and get one of these pin-in screens that he's been taking and just driving him nuts with. Bjelica here sees what's happening and sees that there is no one between Steph Curry and the basket. So there's a lot of really good unspoken communication. I think they just looked deep into each other's eyes because let's see the split second that Bjelica throws the pass. Wow, that was too fast for me to even see. Bjelica throws the pass even though Steph is not open. The ball is around here somewhere. Steph is still being power hugged by Okoro. So Steph didn't even cut yet. So Bjelica's passing Steph into the open spot. So Steph's just going to release, and the ball's going to be perfectly placed for Steph to catch. And that is a pretty elegant, not easy, reverse bank shot as an athletic defender is whacking you from behind. This is one of the Warriors' basic horns plays. Horns has corners, elbows, top, and I've been calling this horns follow. I don't know what the Warriors call it. Basically, one of the elbows will screen for the other one who steps out and gets a pass, and then whoever set the screen will come up and follow to set an instant pick and roll on the wing here. So Steph comes out, Bjelica follows. From this side, it's hard to tell what angle he's going to set the screen, so it could be here or it could be here. He's planning to set it completely flat to give Steph his choice of directions, but the Cavaliers, I think Okoro's going to be I think he's already a good defender, but Steph has been torching him the last 6 minutes, so the Cavs just say, enough of this. So Okoro's going to come up, and Kevin Love, they're going to straight up double team Steph. Steph knows how to deal with a double team or two. He says, fine, you're going to double me. I'm going to wander away, almost off the court. See how far you'll follow me? Yeah, I'll still follow you. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, Steph. And then the behind the back pass, because Bjelica's the one who had been guarded and was abandoned. It feels like things should be under control. This man is covered, this man is covered, this man is too far away to do anything. It's true that Steph is drawn too, so Bjelica could fire up a three here, and he'd be pretty justified, I think, but he doesn't settle. Instead, he drives, into the seam here, and that forces this post defender to rotate to him. There's going to be someone open under here unless this player rotates to cover that, which means that, who's the lucky winner? Damion Lee in the corner will be open. Bjelica tries to make the defense collapse. Damion Lee lifting subtly to try to give Bjelica a better angle to pass it to him. Very nice. Catch and shoot and swish. Cleveland is attacking fast. Rubio realizes, hey, Bjelica picked me up. Bjelica has been playing okay defense, but guarding a small guy in space like this is definitely not his strong suit. So Rubio, just a simple crossover. Now he has a free route to the basket, right? Luckily, Damion Lee rotates fast. I think Rubio still should make this layup. It is an open layup, but I think Damion Lee being there is just bothersome enough that Rubio didn't know if there was going to be a block attempt or he's going to get whacked in the head or what. He just muffs that. Damion Lee with a good solid rebound, a huge crowd jump on him. Rubio really had follow through. He's ending up in the stands. What is up with this, Rubio? Damion Lee with the powerful yanking out the ball out of the swamp of Cavaliers. This is a real genuine 3-on-2. Draymond dribbles in to force one of the defenders to guard him. He knows he's got two defenders here. He knows he's got two attackers here. Steph Curry is giving a helpful hand. If you watch him carefully, he's very often signposting where he thinks the ball should go. And here he's pointing out, Damion Lee is trailing, so Draymond says, oh fine, that sounds good to me. This guy, of course, is going to guard Steph, so Damion is completely uncovered. Draymond with a short little pass. Damion does something interesting here. He could absolutely spot up for three here and just walk into a three, but he sees this guy covering Draymond. This guy surely will not leave Steph, or else he'll probably be fined by the team. So Damion is just going to split the middle and go in for a layup. Wade does release off of Draymond, so Damion needs a little bit of craft to finish this layup. Very sneaky, he gets around and snakes over to the other side to try to bank it in. Use the rim as protection against the shot blocker. Really well done. Damion Lee really plays within the system, but within the system he'll try to create things. And the Warriors definitely need that. And Damion Lee with some good play from Bjelica and Otto Porter Jr. and, of course, Steph really came through in the fourth quarter to give the Warriors a lead that they would not relinquish for the rest of the game. All right, we need to go to instant replay to see the exact moment Steph started celebrating. Steph, you let us down. This is not a premature celebration. Your arms are still low and the ball has gone through the hoop. So, in fact, you only had enough time to do one Flappy Bird flap on this celebration. I mean, you have been doing a Super Saiyan explosion for most of this quarter, so maybe we'll give you a break that you're a little bit tired.
Wait, what is this?
Look.